So, for this story, for this next joke,
for this adventure,
I was in Alaska. No, I'm just kidding. So I used to work for a company called TDS that was based out of Madison, Wisconsin, and I love Madison, Wisconsin. I really do. It's a great, great city, and I enjoyed every minute that I was there. And one day I was eating at a restaurant in Madison called Perkins. So Perkins is kind of like IHOP. We don't have them in Dallas, but they're spread throughout the country.
Yeah, we got them here,
and they're good. They're good.
They're like a breakfast place. It's not like it's like kind of like a diner almost.
Kind of, yeah. They sell pies and cakes and stuff like that too. And it's not top tier, but you definitely won't get sick eating at a Perkins. Perkins got pretty decent.
It's cheap. It's on the lower.
Right. It's like IHOP. It's I think it's one step above IHOP. I'd put it one small step.
One hop above IHOP.
That's why I get some big bucks, folks. That's what we're talking about right there. So I'm sitting there, and I think it was during the week or something. The only people in this Perkins is myself, a 90-year-old grandmother who's sitting in a booth, eating broth or whatever. Another 90-year-old grandmother who's like two booths away from her, also by herself, eating curds and possibly whey. And while I'm in there, a family of four strolls in. Okay. All four of them are holding smartphones. And so anyway, the little girl it's a daughter and a younger brother and the mom and the dad. And the daughter, while they're sitting there looking at the menu, says, "Hey, Mom, how do they make caramel?" And the mom says, "That's a good question. I think it involves butter." And I'm going to tell everybody right now, I'm not a chef. I'm not a confectioner. I am not a pastry chef or a sous chef. Hi, Stephen. I'm none of those things. But I know how caramel is made. And I know what the main ingredient in caramel is.
Yeah, sugar.
And just for the record, the two 90-year-old grandmothers also know and were well aware of how caramel is made. So I'm sitting there going, "Hey, why don't you Google it on your phone? That's why it's a smartphone." And I'm just sitting there minding my own business. And the wife looks at her husband and says, "Do you know how caramel is made?" He's like, "I don't know. Isn't there there's milk or something?" And I am like getting cross-eyed. I'm so frustrated. I'm not saying anything. These people are directly behind me in the booth.
Were they running a prank on you or something?
I can tell you that the grandmothers have now honed in on me, and they're starting to chuckle. Okay, they're finding this really amusing. So the waitress comes, and they ask the waitress, "Do you know how caramel is made? We were just talking about it." And she goes, "I don't." At this point, one of the grandmothers snarfs some of the broth out of her nose because she's really starting to crack up. I mean, it's like, "You guys don't know how caramel's made?" She goes, "Let me go ask the chef." She comes back and she's like, "Yeah, the chef's not sure either." At this point, the grandmothers just lose it. They're just laughing their asses off. I'm laughing because they're laughing. And the families they're not quite, they're like, "What's so funny?" I don't, and I mean, we are all just rolling on the floor. And for the people out there who hung in this long, and there's probably three of you, welcome. How caramel is made is you take a big old thing of sugar and you heat it. And I believe you throw some butter in there or milk. There's some type of dairy part of the confection. And until it caramels or caramelizes.
Caramelizes.
Caramelizing is when things basically turn from a white or crystalline color into a caramel color consistent with the candy caramel. It is extremely simple recipe that really it only involves either milk or butter, lots of sugar, and heat. It is very easy to make. It is not a mystery to the universe. It is something you can easily find on a smartphone in a matter of seconds, and yet it stumped 6 people in Madison, Wisconsin. So, yeah, so that was a story. I literally almost had a thrombosis. I was getting so angry. I'm like, are you shitting me? Just look on your goddamn phones. They never looked at their phones. And 2 elderly women died of laughter because of that, because of these people.
Broth inhalation.
Yes, that's right. Who couldn't figure out how caramel was made. Yeah. So anyway, yes, that's the story of
you
how. Yeah,
you did it.
I did it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Stop touching Pickles. What happened? Pickles is my dog. He's imaginary.